And I'm not faking with these nails today. Y'all gonna see the ugly, the good, the pretty, the bad. Y'all gonna see whatever on here. Hi guys, welcome back to my page. Finally, after 2 long years, we're back and we're better and we're ready to go. Thank you for tuning in today. We're gonna do a quick catch up with me. What have I been doing since I've been away video / Q&A. So first and foremost, what have I been doing since I've been gone? And I just wanna say, excuse my nails, cause girl, I know they're bad, but I am trying to take a break from nails just for like a month or 2. And these will not pop off. So I'm gonna be talking with my hands and you're gonna see these hands today. But my main goal on this page is to always keep it real with y'all and never fake the funk. And I'm not faking with these nails today. Y'all gonna see the ugly, the good, the pretty, the bad, whatever. Y'all gonna see whatever on here. So yes, these are my nails today and this is how we rockin'. So let's get into it. Since I've been gone, I have graduated. Yes, yay me. I graduated with my degree from the University of Alabama in marketing and business management and a minor in real estate. That was in May 2022. Since then, I've taken a gap year to focus on studying for the LSAT and preparing for law school, and also just finding myself, working on myself and growing so I can be ready to receive the next chapter in my life. That also leads me into what else I've been doing for the past year, working on myself. So I started a complete spiritual journey a year ago and really changing from the inside out. When I say I am a completely different person than I was a year ago, I truly mean that 100%. That's what I've been doing, just working on myself and working on my businesses. I established a new business, Brows Are Life, where I do brow tint, wax, ombre brows, all of the above, the brow specifics, not micro shading, but you know, I really enjoyed branching out into a new industry. That was very good while it lasted, but it didn't last for long because life came at me fast. I had way too much going on, so I had to just let that business go for a little while. I might come back to it, but you know, it was a great experience. If I don't, I'm not really tripping. Now, my swim line is back. I did take a little break because my senior year, I had 25 credit hours my last semester, and I had to do that in order to graduate. So I had 6 classes in person at UA and then 2 online at a community college, just so my credits could transfer so I could graduate on time. And honestly, I don't know how I did it, but by the grace of God, I did. So that was probably one of the most challenging and rewarding and one of the most proudest moments that I've had for myself, because I told myself I was gonna do it. And I had people like, you're crazy for doing it. Even my advisor was like, I really don't suggest doing this. 25 hours, like, are you crazy? And I said, I'm going to do this. God's gonna get me through it. And he did, and here I am. Just some advice out there. If you have a goal that you wanna accomplish, it doesn't matter what anybody says. If they say you're crazy for thinking you can do it, if they say it's impossible, it's never been done before, if you have faith in yourself, you have a, you know, sturdy plan, and you have God on your side, you can accomplish anything. Because if God is for you, who can be against you? What? Nobody. Okay. So let's hop into these questions. I'm gonna start off with a strong forward question. And these questions are all amazing questions. Like, I don't have no, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite animal? Like, we're grown. Let's get into the real details about life. Let's talk about some real topics. Let's do it. Things you did / worked on while waiting for God to place the right one in your life. Amazing question. So yes, as y'all know, your girl is engaged. Yes, honestly, I am still in shock. Like, it's everything I ever wanted. Like, he is such an amazing person and everything that I actually prayed for. So to answer this question, number 1, I said after my last relationship, it was very toxic, it was horrible, and completely lost myself. I said after that, I was never, ever letting anybody anyone, I don't care who you are, what you do, how much money you make, whatever. I would never let anybody treat me like that or give me less than what I deserve or make me feel less than ever again. And I stuck to that. And I said, if I'm not gonna let anybody else treat me that way, then I'm not gonna do that to myself. So I have to hold myself to another standard, and I have to become what I want to attract. I think at that time I was very lost, and so I was attracting lost people. When you find your purpose and you become a light, you will see that and you will remove yourself from that. So what I did was work on myself from the inside out, and that started, number one, with my relationship with God. I sat down and I said, God, I cannot do this by myself anymore. I need you. I want to learn you. I want to become who you want me to become. Then from that day forward, I set out a plan, and my plan was worshiping every day, praying every day, working out, doing something to increase my knowledge. So either reading the Bible or either reading a book that was, you know, based on character development or purpose. I can also link some great books that helped me. I know Grace Revolution by Joseph Prince was a great book that helped me in building my faith. I think faith is one of the most powerful things next to prayer, because when you pray, if you don't have faith in your prayer, it's really pointless. But if you have faith, what I mean by faith is you believe 100% that that is going to happen in Jesus' name, in God's name. There's nothing that can stop that. If your intentions are pure in what you pray for, there's nothing that can stop that. So I intentionally prayed for what I wanted out of a man. And I told God, do not give me this man until I'm ready, because I don't want to damage this man. I don't want to bring my trauma onto him. I want to be 100% healed. So I focused on healing myself. And I was very specific in what I asked God that I wanted out of a man. And I waited. And I did not talk to anybody. And trust me, people tried to talk to me. I did not talk to anybody or take anybody serious who didn't align with that. I'm going to do another video on relationship advice and how I met my husband, you know, the things we did to grow together, and, you know, proposal story time, all of that. I'm gonna do another video on that. So make sure y'all turn on your post notifications and subscribe, because that will be coming very soon. That's all I'm gonna say on that question. If you need more, just come to the next video, because I will be dropping a lot of gems for you guys. Next question. How do you get out of a hard time? So I will be the first to say, yes, I have been depressed. Like, to the point where I didn't want to get out of bed. I cried every day. And what made me get out of it was God. Finding things that I love to do. What triggered my depression in some cases, not all, was relationships. Like, I was in toxic relationships. After I got out of that toxic relationship, I was very depressed because of it. And I am a lover girl. I love relationships in general with people, but I learned over time that they can be very draining, and it took a lot out of me. One thing that helped me was finding relationships that fulfilled me in place of the relationship that I lost. So number one relationship was my relationship with God. Number two relationship was my relationship with family. Number three relationship was my relationship with friends. I poured into those relationships to fill the void of the hurt that I was feeling from a romantic relationship. That helped me out of that. Now, getting out of a hard time in life, I suggest sitting down, looking at everything that you don't like about your life, everything that is frustrating you, and writing down solutions and plans to make those solutions the answer to the problems that you're having. And number one, just praying. Honestly, I don't know what else to tell y'all. Prayer is the answer to everything. I would not be where I am without him, and I just want to say that. That's what works for me, and that's my belief. So do what works for you. Next question is, what do your parents think of you being engaged? Now, my parents are very happy I'm engaged. I would say mainly my dad, because it makes him feel kind of relaxed that there's somebody that's gonna take care of me and he knows that he's a good guy. My parents are happy because they could see how Javo treats me. He's very respectful, very genuine, very kind, and they see that. They've seen how happy he makes me and how respectful he is. They're really just happy that I found somebody as good as him. I think it's bittersweet for my mom because, you know, it's like my baby's growing up and she's getting married and I'm not the number one in her life anymore. You know, I love my mama. She always gonna be my lady. But overall, they're very happy. Next question, how is it raising a puppy? Any tips for potential puppy parents? It was very difficult raising a puppy, and this is my second puppy. But I really suggest researching the breed of the dog that you want to get because it needs to match your lifestyle. I've had an English Bulldog before, and now I have a Golden Doodle. English Bulldogs, very lazy, don't have to take them on walks as much, don't have to take them to the dog park. They really aren't interested in running around or exercising. Golden Doodles, complete opposite. They're very hyperactive. If you don't give them something to do, they will destroy your house. You need to find a breed that works with your lifestyle and with your living situation. But as far as raising a puppy, it's very hard work. They have to be taken out every 4 hours. Clean up after them. If they have accidents, you have to take them to the vet, get their shots on time. Like, it's a lot of work raising a puppy. So I really suggest, like, make sure you have the time to do so before you really get into that. So yeah, just do your research. I looked up videos for my specific breed, like how to train them, what kind of activities they like, and grooming care, you know, stuff like that. So just do your research and I think you'll be fine. Next question is, did you pick out your ring or did you tell him what you wanted? No, I did not pick out my ring and I did not tell him what I wanted. I mean, I think I might have sent him like a video on Instagram of like what I liked, but my sisters helped him pick my ring out and he did a great job. Apparently he went to a jeweler and everything, so it was very thought out. It wasn't anything that was just like, I'm gonna go to K Jewelers and get a ring. Like, no, he got a jeweler to make it custom for me, and that makes it even more special. So how did you meet your fiance? So I'm gonna just say how we met, and I'm gonna do the relationship and everything else in another video, like I said. But we met at 1225. So 1225 is like a club in Tuscaloosa, and it was kind of funny because both of us really weren't going out at that time, but I went out with my friends and we got a section, and like it was somebody mutual that we knew, and so he came into my section and I was like, who is this dude in my section? Like, why are you here? You know, I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was kind of cute. So I went up to him and I was like, who are you? How are you in my section? And I don't know who you are. Like, what's your name? And he was like, I'm Javo. And I was like, do you want a shot of Casamigos? And he was like, yeah. And then it just went from there. After that, I think one of my friends was like, after party at Aazh's. I lived kind of close to the strip where everything was, so my house was kind of like the kickback house. So everybody came to my house afterwards, and somebody knocked on the door. After everybody was there, somebody knocked on the door, and I was like, who's knocking on the door? And I went to go answer it, and it was him. And I was like, what are you doing here? And he was like, what are you doing here? And I was like, I live here. And he was like, I live here. And I was like, what? So come to find out, he lived right underneath me, and we were neighbors the whole time. You never know what you're looking for. It could be right under your nose the whole time. Like, so cliche, but so cute. We just became best friends after that. We were like together every day, like hanging out. Any advice on how you secure the bag? Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I have been broke before. One thing about me though is I'm a hard worker. I have great work ethic. So when I was broke, I had 2 jobs. Like, I was working at the club, I was working at the beauty spot store. When I got tired of that, I was a leasing agent. Like, I always kept a job, and that's how I got to the bag. And then once I built up my bank account and like savings, I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit, so I invested in myself. So I put my money into investments, and I put my money into my businesses. So my brow business, my swim line, I use those as tools to help my money work and grow for itself. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's very hard, and sometimes you don't receive, you know, the same revenues each month. You could have $50 the first month, $1,000 the second, $40 the third. Like, it's inconsistent, but what makes it worthwhile is your consistency and the work that you put into it. So find a skill, a craft, something that you're interested in, and develop that skill. Make a small business and just grind. Like, I just feel like hustling is how you get to the bag at the end of the day. If you have the drive, if you love, you know, making money, if you love working, then making money should not be hard for you. Next question: how is your physical and mental health / relationship with God? My physical health, I don't know, like, I've taken a break since I've been pregnant. I've taken a break from working out, and I still feel great. I'm still in great shape, I believe. I mean, I breathe hard still, like walking up the stairs, but that's just being pregnant, you know. But as far as like mental and physical, I mentally feel 100%. I feel so happy and, you know, blessed, and just, there's no depressed bone in my body, cell in my body. I'm just happy and peaceful. So in my relationship with God, it has everything to do with that, because I feel like I have a great relationship right now, even though it could be better. I want to be that super mom for my daughter that shows her you can do it all. You can do it all alone. You can do it all while supporting your family. You can do it all. You can live any type of life you want to live. That's what keeps me driving each day, just being the best me I can be. And so yeah, there's always room for improvement, and I'm trying that every day. Next question: how do you find genuine and God-loving friends who reflect who you are becoming? Now, this is a great question, and I'm no expert, you know. I'm just gonna give you my honest opinion, and I'm in a place right now where I'm not trying to find friends. I'm pretty, you know, set with the friends that I already have, and I don't judge their situation in life in relation to mine. Everybody is in a different place in life. Some people might not be on the same spiritual journey I am. I have friends that are Muslim, so we don't even have the same religion, but it's like, when it comes to friendships that are fulfilling, I just think if you pray to God to bring people that are purposeful and for you and genuine into your life, then that's what's gonna happen. Last break, because I had to go to Taco Bell, because baby, I was getting hungry, and that leads me to my next question. Any strange cravings, or what are my biggest food cravings? Since I've been pregnant, honestly, I have not had any cravings, but lately, I guess I have been having some kind of craving, which is sweets. Before, I am not a big sweets person, especially donuts, cakes, cookies, stuff like that. Now I crave donuts constantly, like cinnamon sugar donuts, and the ones from Taco Bell, and also a Baja Blast Freeze, which is what I just went to go get, because baby girl was kicking. She gets a little rowdy, you know. So yeah, Baja Blast Freeze and the Cinnabon Delights, that's my cravings lately. I haven't really been having no cravings or weird feelings or anything. Honestly, I've had such a calm, easygoing pregnancy, healthy, no issues. So yeah, I'm blessed with that. Next question: what is an important thing that you learned in college? Most important thing that I learned in college was you don't need friends. Friends can get you off track. that might be cliche and it might be different for somebody else or you, but for me, I learned that you don't need friends in every occasion. And a lot of people just want to be in your circle just for the benefits of themselves, or either just to know something about you or get some dirt on you, or, you know, see your downfall. Like, it's just a lot that I learned as far as friends go in college, that I realized friends are overrated. Like, they say you meet your lifetime friends in college, but I didn't meet my lifetime friends in college. I met some friends, you know, and people that I would still be cool with and that are in my life, but I didn't meet like my sisters, like my best soulmates in college. I met those people when I was growing up, like 6 years old, middle school, stuff like that. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? In 5 years, I see myself graduating from law school, securing a job in my field, and I want to do entertainment law. So I will probably be securing a job in the entertainment industry, being a lawyer, reading contracts, working for, you know, some big name famous person with my child and my husband. And I might be having another child by then. I know my husband does, but I don't. You know, I want a break. I want a long break between my first and then my next children. But we do want a big family, so I might be pregnant in 5 years. I really just don't try to look too far ahead, because when man plans, God laughs. I just take it one day at a time and set, you know, short-term goals, like 3-month goals, 6-month goals, 1-year goals. I do set, you know, I dream big. I don't really put too much stress into the 10-year, 5-year goals. I put stress into the 3-month goals because that's how you get there. So I'm just gonna be simple and just say graduated with a job. Do you like where you live compared to where you used to live? Honey, yes. Baby, Tuscaloosa, Alabama? Ain't nothing in Tuscaloosa, Alabama but the University of Alabama in football. And I'm so glad to be out of that miserable ass place, honestly. Like, ooh, baby, don't even get me started. Miami, not even a comparison. I love Miami and I just feel so like at home here. Like, it's honestly great. One thing about Miami though is everybody speaks Spanish here. I took Spanish 3 and I guess I look Hispanic. So they automatically speak Spanish to me and I'm like, and they'd be like, girl, like. But another thing is, not to like be ignorant or anything, but in Tuscaloosa, it was mainly black and white people, which is okay, you know, and mainly white people at that. But here, I have been here for like 2 weeks now, and I honestly have not seen a white person. Like, I have not seen one white person. And if they look white, they're like Cuban or something and they still speak Spanish. So white people, going from a place where white people is the majority to white people is the minority. For me, I love it because I love different cultures and backgrounds and foods. That was the main thing that I loved about this place, was how diverse it is. Comparing the place where I used to be to now, it's like no comparison. Completely different, 100% better in all aspects, and I'm so glad to be here. The next question was, I'm so excited for you in this next chapter. Anything you're doing for stretch marks? So they say stretch marks are hereditary. Not to put my mama on blast or nothing, but she got stretch marks and that's okay. So when I found out I was pregnant, I actually found out really early. Like, I was like 5 weeks and 5 days when I found out. So as soon as I found out, I was putting that stretch mark cream on. I'm going to post the stretch mark cream here that I use. I use the lotion and then I put this oil on top of that. But now when I get into my 3rd trimester, which is coming up really soon, I'm going to use the bio oil gel and then the bio oil. And I have 0 stretch marks, zero, nada. I'm gonna show y'all my stomach because I just want y'all to see. I look kind of small, but you know, that's okay. But I will say my skin has been getting itchy lately, so I don't want to speak too soon or jinx myself, but I'm just gonna stick with my routine, moisturizing. I do it directly out the shower. I don't dry my stomach off. I keep the water so it retains the moisture, and I put the lotion on, and then I put the oil on top of that. If I feel like I need more, then I put the bio gel on top of that. But every time my stomach gets itchy now, I just go put some lotion on it, put some oil on it. Just prevent scratching and prevent wearing like super tight stuff around your waistline, because that's how a lot of people get stretch marks, by just wearing tight stuff around their waistline. Oh child, we want to know about your journey to motherhood. Baby, I want to know about my journey to motherhood. What do you mean? I mean, I have a plan. Me and J-Bo talk about our parenting styles a lot, but honestly, I'm just taking it day by day. I will say one thing about motherhood so far for me is I think very differently now. I really started to think like a parent. Even in my friendships, like with my friends, if they do something and I feel like, girl, why would you do that? Like, I be trying to parent my friends now. It's kind of weird, but they get it, like not in a bad way, more in like a loving, I care about you, I want better for you type of way. So far, motherhood for me has just been affecting me mentally, like the way I think, my outlook on life, and what's important to me, my values, and you know, certain things like that. But as far as the journey when she gets here, you know, we gonna have to check back in with that, because right now I have no idea. Next question, how do you attract the right man? Like I said, I'm gonna do a relationship advice video, so stay tuned for that. And I'm going to answer all relationship, attracting the right man, how do you grow with your partner. Me and my fiance, we are from two totally different backgrounds. And one thing we noticed when we started to get more serious, like living together and talking about parenting our daughter, like we have two different cultures, like two different experiences. So it was kind of hard for us adjusting to each other because we come from two different places. But a relationship is not meant to be perfect, and you are not supposed to be completely oblivious to problems. Like, there's gonna be problems in every relationship, and not even problems, but just conflicts. And conflict is not always bad. Conflict leaves room for growth and constructive criticism and learning new perspectives. I'm gonna put all of that information in the next video, so I promise you don't want to miss that one. I have learned all of this stuff from trial and error, from reading books, and from my own experiences, you know. So I'm glad that people are asking me these questions, and I just want to give y'all the best advice, because honestly, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I believe that this generation is so hard to date in, but all of us deserve to find real love. And even though social media, you know, the things that are going around in society today makes it very hard to trust and find real love, I believe it's still possible, and there is just a certain way that you have to go about it. The way we going right now, I'm worried about my baby's generation. Like, I want us to get back to that old school love. That is one thing that me and my man will be showing y'all, the true, real, uncut version of what it's like to actually be in love, what it's like to want to be married, to choose love every day, and to choose family, and to just break generational curses, because neither one of us come from a two-parent household. It's a big deal for us that we establish that for our child. I really want to talk about this. I really want to get in depth about it. So stay tuned to the next video, y'all. Have you guys thought of any baby names? Yes, we have. I thought of our daughter's name. I'm not gonna just put it out there right now, but I will eventually, maybe. So yes, we have her name already picked out. Her initials are AAC. And I will just give y'all a little scoop that she does have a Potawatomi name. I am Native American, and my name is Ajani. Ajani means angel, angel of beauty, in Potawatomi Ojibwe language. So I wanted my daughter to have a Potawatomi name because I want her to be deeply rooted in her culture like me. I have been wanting to learn more about my culture lately. I have been active with my tribe. I am also a tribal member of the Gun Lake tribe, Band of Potawatomi Indians, Machi-Binashiwish Band of Potawatomi Indians, and that is located in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We also have a casino called Gun Lake Tribe, and I'm just very proud of my heritage and my culture. And it's also one of the things that I want to do in my career is give back and also find a way to educate more people on the Native American culture and also help our people move forward in life. Because yes, we have reservations, yes, we have other government help, but I feel like we as a people could be doing way better, and we are very misunderstood by the rest of the world. And I want to see more Native Americans in high positions. I want to see more Native Americans as lawyers and CEOs and government officials, you know, etc. So I want to build a program that builds stability towards that. I'm rambling, but being proud of my heritage is something I'm very stern about. So my daughter will be having a Potawatomi name. It will not be no regular basic name, and y'all will be struggling to pronounce it. But once you get it, you got it. Next question, law school, LSAT prep, and how was your journey with that? Y'all, I have been studying for the LSAT for like a year now. I took it in November of 2022. I got a 147, no experience. I just took practice tests for 2 weeks before. Like, it was very not well thought out. I just really wanted to get the experience of the test. I didn't do horrible, you know, for not knowing anything, but I definitely wanted more. I want my score to be from 160 to 170. So I decided to get a tutor after that. I thought it was helpful because it did help me learn the rules and regulations, you know, how to solve specific problems. The logic games was like very challenging for me. Even though I'm a math person, there are specific ways to solve them because the LSAT is such a time crunch type of test. If you don't know a problem, you have to skip it because you cannot waste time on a problem that you're stuck on. The LSAT is weighted on questions that you get right, not questions that you don't get right. So you really need to get a specific number of questions right in order to score a specific score. I learned a lot of strategies and techniques from my tutor, but I ended up getting the same score in January after tutoring, and it was because I feel like I didn't get enough practice. My tutor, we went through problems together all the time. I didn't go through problems on my own, and that was something that was detrimental to me because I learned from experience. And if I don't know what I'm doing wrong and I need somebody to tell me every single time I'm getting it wrong, then I don't know the information. So moving forward, my study plan will be studying 4 to 5 hours a day. My main thing that helped me improve was Khan Academy. And when I say improve, like improve on my knowledge and confidence in answering the questions. Khan Academy was very helpful, and the Power Score book was very helpful for me. So moving forward, I will be studying 4 to 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. That would just include taking practice tests, taking quizzes, reading a chapter each day, and applying that to whatever I'm working on at the moment. And I will be taking it again in April. I will be attending law school next year. Just gonna give myself a break to be a mom, get comfortable with my daughter, get adjusted with the schedule. Also, we don't know where we're gonna be, you know, next year. Javo will be going to the league next year, and we might not be staying in Miami. So I just felt like it wouldn't be as beneficial for me to transfer to another school as it would to just start in our new location where we're already gonna be, and I'll be more comfortable and settled in. So I wanna know about all of it: makeup routine, family, God, and manifesting. I decided to go on a journey a year ago, and it really changed my life. Number one, I worked on my relationship with God. I worked on healing, and I worked on letting go of my past traumas. So what I did was I went to counseling. There's certain things that you can't get from other people. There's certain things that, you know, I wish it was this easy. I wish I could say, God, come sit down in my living room and talk to me and tell me what I need to do and tell me how I can help myself. But sometimes it's not always that easy, but God does put people on this earth to guide you. And so what it took for me was finding the right counselor. And I suggest that for everybody. Each counselor is different. So you need to find someone who works for you. A counselor isn't going to tell you what you need to hear. A counselor is gonna guide you into telling yourself what you need to hear. Guide you into exposing those past traumas, those childhood traumas. Nurturing your inner child is very important because it affects who you are as an adult. A lot of reasons why people aren't getting any growth is because they're not coping properly. They aren't really healing. They're just, you know, putting a band-aid over it and calling it, you know, healing. I am a firm believer in your brain is the most powerful thing in your body. Your brain controls everything. How you think, how you move, how you talk. Mental health is where everything starts. So when I started manifesting my life and what I wanted for my life, it started with prayer for me. After I mentally healed and, you know, was ready to accept the blessings that I was asking for. If you believe it, you can achieve it, and that's cliche, but it's very real. Okay, so I'm gonna end on this question. How did you choose yourself, and what are the steps you took when you chose yourself? This is a very powerful question. It really speaks to me personally. So I used to be the type of person that could never say no, always cared about what other people thought, you know, always trying to go out of my way for others, really being a people pleaser type of person. And what it took to choose myself was I really just got drained, and I just took a step outside of myself and looked at this situation from the outside looking in. A lot of my energy wasn't reciprocated. A lot of people really didn't have the same genuine feelings towards me as I did for them. And that goes for friendships, relationships, family. I've seen it all. So what it took to choose myself was really seeing that I deserved more and realizing my worth. So the steps I took for that was just separating myself. I feel like a season of solitude is what you need before your level up. So every time you're about to go to the next stage in life, I feel like there's a time where you have to be alone. There's a time where it's just you, your purpose, and God. You have to really separate yourself from others because you can get distracted easily. Like being around somebody every day, you will start to talk like them. You will start to act like them. Like you will start, it's really true. Like you are who you are around. So if you're not around anybody, all you can be is yourself. And in a moment of transition, that's very important. So in choosing myself, just take some time to yourself, be alone, have some self-care, treat yourself, romanticize your life, romanticize yourself, and take yourself seriously. That's the best advice I could give you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was really long and drawn out, but I hope I gave you guys some good advice and answered all your questions. And I really appreciate everybody for submitting questions on Instagram. If you're new here, thank you for coming. And if you're not new here, thank you for coming back. And I just hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'm really looking forward to giving you guys some great videos coming up. We got house tour, proposal, story time, relationship advice. We got all type of stuff coming up. Like, I'm not even gonna get into it, but just turn them post notifications on, subscribe, thumbs up this video. And I'm so excited for this journey that I'm about to take with you guys. I'm ready to talk real. I'm ready to get into life. I'm ready to get into spiritual details. And I'm just so excited. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you again.